energize your workplace. Mike's here for some serious fun.
Now, there's very few things in my books that are more motivating than asking employees for their ideas. And then when you implement those ideas, when employees see that a suggestion they have made has been implemented, it's one of the most inspiring, motivating things you could do, because it gives them a sense of ownership in your organization, a sense of co-ownership in your company. It gives them the feeling that they can actually make a difference in the future of your workplace. So of course it's incredibly motivating. And if we want employees to be curious about our business and to keep coming up with ideas and looking for those 1% improvements, then we've got to get in the habit of asking everyone for their ideas. So I love this story that big Hollywood hotshot movie director Ron Howard shared on an episode of Smartless that illustrates just how powerful, how impactful it can be to ask employees for their ideas. Now, Ron Howard got his start as a child actor on the Andy Griffith Show, an old black and white show starring Andy Griffith, Don Knotts. Ron Howard played Opie. It's very often a crossword clue. He was adorable as Opie. I'm barely old enough to remember this show. So many of you probably don't, but it was a great classic show. And Ron Howard shared how he would get frustrated seeing how in the first season Andy Griffith or Don Knotts or the other actors would maybe make little suggestions here and there, and they would get implemented. But when Ron Howard would suggest things, they tended to get ignored. He was 6 years old. He was a kid. Season 2, early on, though, he's doing an episode. There's a courtroom scene. He comes into the courtroom. The director, Bob Sweeney, says, hold up, what's going on? What's that look on your face? He sensed that something wasn't just quite right with young Ron Howard, a.k.a. Opie. And Ron Howard says, well, you know, I just don't think a kid would say it like that. And so the director said, well, how would a kid say it? And Ron Howard made the suggestion. Here's how a 7-year-old kid would actually say it. And so the director said, great, say it like that. Afterwards, Andy Griffith looks at Ron Howard. He sees him later on. He goes, hey, what's with the big grin from ear to ear there, kid? And Ron Howard tells the story. The director listened to my idea and implemented it. Now think about this. Ron Howard is, in his late 60s? He still remembers the story. He still remembers the impact of that story, and it informs his style as a leader on movie sets. So remember the impact of asking your employees for their idea. You never know what the long-term consequences are going to be. As always, thank you for watching. Hey, hit the subscribe button. There's an idea so you don't miss out on future episodes. And if you have a question, a comment, a thought about today's topic, or maybe, I don't know, another topic to do with workplace culture, whatever it may be, please leave a comment in the comment box. And as always, I'd invite you to cruise by my website, www.mikekerr.com. Fires you over there. You can sign up for my weekly newsletter, Inspiring Workplaces. We just hit the 1,000 edition mark, packed full of fun, inspiration, and great ideas to help you transform your workplace.